Hi, I'm Greg Howlett, and I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about an 11th chord. How do you build an 11th chord? When you come across one in the lead sheet, how do you play it? We're going to talk about exactly how you find the 11th within a chord and get it into your music. Now, a couple things. First of all, whenever you see an 11th chord, there is an implication that there is a 7th in that chord as well. For example, the most popular 11th chord is a minor 7th with an 11th. For example, you might see C minor 7. If you don't know how to play that chord, I have other videos that will teach that to you. But you have C minor 7. If you were going to add other notes to this, you can add 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths, and the 11th would be this note right here. That's the sound of an 11th chord. You can see how that gets very, very complicated. And the sound is also very complicated, but that's why pianists like it. All musicians love these kind of chords because they're very lush, very, very interesting. Now, so when you see an 11th, there's an implication that there is a 7th. So there's a full 4-note chord, 1, 3, 5, and 7 already there. Now, it can be a dominant chord. Sometimes it may be a minor 7th. In the case of an 11th, normally it's going to be a minor 7th. Now, let's talk about the 11th. How do you find the 11th? Well, one of the things you have to understand is 11th is really the same thing as 4. Okay? Now, remember, in a chord, we number each note. We have, if you have a 7th chord, you have 1, 3, 5, and 7. You leave out 2, 4, and 6. Well, 4 is the equivalent of 11. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say that we have to play a C minor 11 chord, C minor 7th with 11th added. Here are the notes. C, you skip D and you go to E flat. Okay, then you skip F and you go to G. 1, 3, 5, but we leave out 2 and 4. 4 is also the 11th. So if you see an 11, you know that you need to add the 4th into the chord, 4th, 11th, same thing. 7 is also in the chord. So, 1, 3, 5, 7, add the 11. You might add it at the top. Really, really cool sound. Really nice. All right, so 11 and 4 are the same thing. Now you might say, well, how do you find 4? Let me show you how to find 4. Start playing a scale starting on the root of the chord. Okay, so if you have a C minor 11, with a C minor 11, what you're going to do is you're going to start on C and you're going to start playing a major scale. The 4th note you come to is the 11th. F. Okay, and that's the note you're going to add to your chord. Let's do one more. Let's say we have an F minor 11 chord, for example. The 4th note you come to, B flat. There's your 11th. So if you're going to play F minor with an 11th added, F minor 7 with an 11th added, you would play this chord, but you need to add the B flat in it too. Okay? There's a lot of different ways you could play that, but that is the chord you're looking for. That's how you find the 11th. Start a scale, a major scale, on the root of the chord. The 4th note you come to is going to be the 11th. By the way, you can have a sharp 11th too. For example, here's a C dominant chord with a sharp 11. Sharp 11, you just find the 11th and you go up a half step. In this case, we have a C7. So start a scale on C. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your 11th. Sharp 11 would mean you'd go up to F sharp. And there's your chord. All right, now that's a little bit complex. It's really, in my opinion, it's really, really worth it though to learn these what we call extended notes that you can add to chords because they add a lot of complexity and great sound.